Good morning. Welcome to build day 30. We have 14 days left to get this frickin' hunt done. Some of it's going to go real quick. Others, like what we're working on now, the graveyard is going to take a couple of days. Hoping to have the graveyard done today. Hoping. It is 8:22 and 45 degrees out, hence the winter coat. It's nippy out here this morning. Kaylee, you ready to go in the house? Come on. Get the truck locked. Now I gotta get out of here. Okay, come on. Get in the house. And off to the races she goes. And she's getting sidetracked. I'm going to have Morgan out here to sweep. That windstorm kicked up a lot of trash. Let's see if I can get the fence locked. One-handed here. Now, business for today. We got several things we're going to be working on. First is a roadblock. She didn't bring a baby out. She brought one of her goodies out and she wants to eat it, but she's blocking everything. We are going to be revisiting this. I was thinking I was done last night, other than the straw. I remembered a couple of things. One, that purple thing back there sitting on the ground behind the cemetery signs. That's the control board for the angel and the sign. I went and programmed it so the angel fires first and then the tombstone. I forgot to put in a delay. The delay is for the angel, actually. If it's in the middle of one of its sayings and the board trips again, it will turn off. So I need to put a delay in long enough for it to deliver its dialogue before it can trip again. And that's a real quick, easy thing. I just have to have the power on, get in there, and program the delay. Hit the program button and repeat the process and what have you. So I've got that to do in here. Second, I forgot to light up that sign. So I need to add 2 lights to my line down there, which shouldn't take too terribly long. Third, I brought the stand out, or the base out. I need to add the stand, the wood piece that sticks up that the projector attaches onto for doing the screen and for the projector. So I gotta get that out. That's in my shop already made. I just need to bring it out and put it in. And then the last thing is I need to get straw in this display and in this display and maybe all over Kaylee too, and we'll be done with this portion of the graveyard. Then we're going to be moving into the next project, which is going to take a while, and that's the mausoleum. I've got 8 haunted treasure floods to put up on that crossbar there, plus a bunch of spots, orange, and I think we are going to do blue in here for the highlights on the gargoyles down there, as well as the flamingos. Now, if I can get the graveyard out there done and the mausoleum done, we'll move over here, and this is a semi-quick one. I've got to get that light box wired up, and I need to add a floodlight for Elder Watson. And then another project that might take a while is these wires right here. These are for the air blaster. I gotta put a control box in. But the long ass part is dragging the airline out here for it. And hopefully we don't have another punctured airline. But so we're gonna be doing that. That's all I'm putting on the docket for today is finishing the graveyard, finishing the mausoleum, and finishing that little exit spot. If I can get that done, then my bucket list for today is done. Now, if I can get it all done soon enough, we'll move over to the chain haul and do the chain haul, which is another real quickie little thing. Oh, I got 3 lights to put in over there, and I got to hook the power up to the power box so the walls and everything come on. But that's what's on the docket for today. I'd like to get this graveyard totally finished today. Breakfast of the day. Since it's chilly, how about a nice, warm, hearty breakfast? Pancakes, scrambled eggs, and sausage links with some buttermilk homemade biscuits to go with it. And then maybe either honey or some preserves to go on the biscuits. So there's your breakfast of the day. I'm going to put this down, put this camera down, and I got to go into the shop, get it opened up, and grab my stuff, and we will get going. Well, not too bad. Looks like we're going to make it into the chain hall today, and probably the photo hallway as well. It's going on about 2:30. I need to walk Kaylee. So I think I'll give you a clip. I've got 2 things left to do in here, and both of them are quick. And I will do those after I get back from walking Kaylee. First off, all the lights are up all the way down. They need to be aimed. I can't do that until tonight. And then tomorrow Sue can get in here and do her thing. And correction, I have 3 things to do. First off, you notice I have a red flood there and none there. I had one there, but it was malfunctioning, so I had to pull it. I gotta get another one to replace it and get it put in. Won't take long. I have the wind damage from the windstorm yesterday. I've got to get replaced. And I've got straw I need to get in here. All of which ain't going to take me long. Half hour at the most, if that. And then we will be over here in the chain hallway. And it helps if I have the camera turned. But then we'll be over in the chain hallway. I did come in here and get this light box lit. I need to get the colors set for it. And I put a green flood up there that will shine down on Elder Watson's crypt. So those need to be aimed too. So I've got some aiming tonight, and you'll get a nighttime view of it. Now, like I said, a couple of things I have left to do in the mausoleum. It's going to take about a half hour. That means we'll make it into the chain hallway. And on the chain hallway, other than hooking the panels up, and I've got the wire ran over, I just got to plug it in. And I've got 2 or 3 floods, probably 2 floods, one here and one over here. I'm going to put in to angle down the bride and groom since they swivel. Between that and the wall panels being lit, it should be just fine. And I will tie those into the walls. So that'll be a quick one. And then we'll be over in the photo hallway. Now the photo hallway, that is going to take some time. Ton of LEDs to mount in there, plus a power line, plus all the miniature light boxes. We probably won't get the photo hallway done today. I'd be awfully surprised if we did. But we should get a definite good start on it and get it finished tomorrow. So anyway, I gotta go walk a dog. Every time I come up on the front porch to get something, she gets up and starts wagging her tail. She knows that we're late. Okay, boys and girls, we have not made it to the chain hall yet, and it's going on 5 o'clock. It's been a couple hours. I did get in here, and I got the floodlight in. I fixed my haunt damage, and we got the straw in down here. So I did get that done. Now, our neighbor up the street that does the candy shoot every Halloween usually borrows some 7-foot and 8-foot fence panels from me to go around their display. Now, just leftover ones. So Ann and I pulled out what we had left. There was 3 7-foots and 2 8-foots, and drove them down to them and visited for a little bit and dropped them off. So my fence panels will be up in their display again this year, and I'll get them back afterwards. But we were coming home, and I got to thinking there was something I was forgetting to do on the mausoleum. And I walked in, come in through here, and I had a couple of wires hanging down here. Went right into the wires, and dawned on me, I hadn't hooked up the air blasters yet. I forgot all about the air blasters. There's my razor blade. But, so Sue Ann gave me a hand. We got an air line, ran from the air blaster to the back of the haunt. I still need to get the storage tank for it and the little air compressor. I use a 10-gallon air compressor with a 10-gallon tank on it to run the air blaster. I still need to get those out, but I think I'm done with boards. Because I did have to put the board in. Now, if you listen real carefully, you should have heard a click, click. That's air blasters dry firing. No air to them, so no big bang. But they are working. And we went and hid the sensor up there, so when people come through the door, they'll trigger it. So we got that in. And I'm to the point where I'm about ready to say, screw the air blaster. I'm tired of working on it. I want to get over into the chain hallway. Try to get the chain hallway done. But I really should at least get the storage tank and the hose ran for that. But I think what I'm going to end up doing, forgot to switch the camera around, so you got to look at the front porch. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning. And that'll be the first thing on the list. Tomorrow morning is getting the storage tank in and running the hose from there into my shop and getting it hooked up to the little air compressor. Because I've got a maintenance air compressor too. Last time I used it was last Halloween. It's been sitting underneath the table collecting dust. So I need to get it blown out. You know, make sure there's oil in it, you know, and that the tanks and stuff charging. So I think I'll wait, and that'll be my first project tomorrow morning. But for right now, I'm done with graveyard. I still need to aim lights in there, and when it gets a little darker, I will do that in the mausoleum especially. And then I put in 2 mini red floods in the graveyard for the sign. Those are going to have to be aimed too. So next chore will be definitely the chain hallway. I gotta get the panels plugged in, and their wire is over there in that mess somewhere. I've got to sort through the wiring and find it. And find it, get it plugged in. Now I'll get the wall panels going, and now I've got 2 orange Haunted Treasure floods I'm going to put in to help highlight the bride and the groom. And then we'll be done with that. So shouldn't take all that long, a couple of minutes. It's going to take longer to sort the wires and find the right one that needs to get plugged in than it is putting the floods in and getting them hooked up. But anyway, that is where we are at now. I'm tired. Okay, pre-dinner update. It's going on 6:30. And I finally got a chain haul done. As you can tell, you can see some blue lights here and there. Background. And you can see a lot of blue lights if I change the camera around. But we got these guys in. Now I put 2 orange floods in to highlight these guys. And I will get those aimed after dinner. So I could close up, put the fence panel back up, came out, her and Morgan, and they put some pumpkins and gourds in. So this display is now totally done. After dinner, if we can make it through the chain haul without breaking the camera, it's going to be fun doing the tube hallway once the tubes are up, we are going to come over here. And we are going to start hanging lights. I will get the lights probably, for the most part, hung tonight. Trying to figure out how I'm going to hang the lights. There's no plywood over this area, except in one spot, and that's up here. You know, so I can attach them kind of to the plywood up here and aim them down. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Normally I just attach them to the wall, but depending on what color I use, some of the leads or the attaching wires are kind of small, so they don't stick out as far as I would like them to. Of course, I could just say the hell with it, mount them up here. Up here. I could mount them up here and just point them across to it. But that has problems too. Just depending on how the lights are aimed, as people walk past, they block the light so the pictures go dark. I don't know. I will have to think about it. But I'm not going to go any further at the moment. I'll just be getting started, and Sue Ann will call dinner and I'll have to stop. Plus, I want to check last year's vlog and see what color light I use. I don't want to use the same color of light as I did last year. I want it different. So, I will do that during dinner. But right now, it's dinner time. We are making some good progress, I think, today. Got our a lot of little things done and a couple of big things. Okay, just finished dinner. And I'm getting out here. I got my lights aimed. I think I gotta give you guys a nighttime look at things. I'm still got to hang lights over in the photo hallway. I'm going to do that as soon as I'm done filming this clip. And we've got a Kaylee with us. She had to come out. But the graveyard you saw last night. And I got the lights on the Ghastly Ghouls cemetery sign, and it's all lit up. I do not have the AC or low voltage on, so he's not lighting up. In here, the flame pots aren't working, but those are AC items. But the urns can be seen pretty good. Uh-oh, someone's coming. I heard the air blaster. See, there's a Sushi.
Oh, is that what that was?
So, but anyway, so we got the lights going in here and coming your way, my love. And then we got the chain hallway done. Is Morgan coming out?
I don't think
And we got these guys lit up. It'll be interesting to see how the light plays on them when they're turning. But anyway, that's as far as we've gotten tonight. So we'll go back here and talk to the set dresser. Stay tuned for your end of the day wrap up. I'm going to get a little bit more work done, but stay tuned for the wrap up. That'll be your next segment. Okay, end of the day wrap up. Just got done parking the truck and cleaning up a little bit. We did make it over to the photo hallway, and I got all the LEDs spots, because that's all I use over there. That and a couple of pucks in the Skullabra for lighting, other than the mini light boxes, which throw off quite a bit of light too. So it's all ready for wiring, which we'll be working on tomorrow. As far as today's work, we did pretty dang good, I think. Started out with 3 or 4 small projects. I had some lighting on the cemetery sign I needed to get in. My mind just went blank. Anyway, you just watched the vlog. You know what we got done today. Graveyard's done. Sue Ann's got some cobwebbing and stuff to do over there. Mausoleum, and she's going to be cobwebbing that. Chain a hallway, I'm not sure exactly what she's doing in there. And then we got lights installed. As far as work tomorrow, we are going to start off with getting the storage tank and mini air compressor out that runs the air blast on the mausoleum. I've got to get the storage tank into place and hooked up to the line going to the mausoleum, and I also need to run the line from the storage tank into the shop so I can get it plugged into the little air compressor. Little air compressor needs to be double checked and tested as well, maintenance and what have you, because only time I use that is during Halloween, and only to do the mausoleum, the air blaster. Other than that, it sits underneath the table collecting dust the rest of the year. I don't even plug it in, and it works good for that little air blaster. I know, like Halloween night when we get crowded and we got so many people going through, it does struggle to kind of keep up, but the storage tank helps with that. But we got the storage tank to get in, the little air compressor to maintenance and put in, and then we're going to be tackling the photo hallway and see if we can get that done. And that needs to be wired, and that's probably going to take a good chunk of tomorrow, if not all of tomorrow. It's a lot of wiring between the mini light boxes and the LEDs, lighting and what have you. It takes a while. So we're going to try to get that done. If we can get it done soon enough, we'll make it over to where the werewolf is and get his enclosure all done. So that's basically about all I've got. So stay spooky, stay toxic.